Mummy.
Hello, we're about to land in Sydney.
What's the year?
2015.
Mummy, we've been to Thailand, but we didn't. Do you want to say hello? Say hello, Shmuley? Hello. Where? Do you show where we are? Do you point to where the clouds are? Show them the clouds. Oh yeah, look at that, all the clouds. We're about to land in Sydney, aren't we? You having a good time? Are you having a good time? You can't see at the same time as taking video. Oops, we're all a bit blurry. Oops. Shmuley, do you want to say where are we now?
Here.
Where is it? Are we in Australia?
It's colder than in Israel. It's okay, Kay. Oh no. You're just so wet.
Welcome to Australia.
Let's go.
Let's go and see Papa Bobby.
You're putting your hand in your mouth. Hey? You're getting little toothy things. You've grown so much since I've seen you. You were just a titsy wincy little baby. And now you're a titsy wincy little girl.
Eh? No, I think he's inside. I think he's inside.
Shmuley, you having fun?
Oh, look at you, poor thing. She's living.
Hey?
Has anybody got a tissue in
She's
here?
very schwitzy. I won't be going anywhere.
I'm not my usual athletic self. Here, sit down, Doctor.
Sit down.
Sit down.
Has he been on the trampoline?
One more, the caterer.
Is he putting his shoes on?
No, he was about to go on them.
2 hours.
No, he has to stay.
6:30 to 8:30.
Every morning, except for Friday.
Hello, you had a good sleep today. She had a very good sleep today, didn't she? Yes. Donna Sarah was very good. She put you to sleep and you slept for 2 hours. She did put her to sleep and she slept 2 hours, had something to eat and went back to sleep. Hello.
Dad,
Yeah?
this is how it's done.
What is it?
This is how it's done.
That's how it's done. Bit of beer. Beer better. Don't take pictures.
This is baby. It's not Mummy's birthday, it's Uncle Danny's birthday. And this is Mummy birthday. Happy birthday, dear Daniel. Happy birthday to you.
Look at the sparklers. That's impressive.
He's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us, and so say all of us, and so say all of us. For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow.
has come today.
And nobody will tonight.
Hip hip hooray!
Thanks for coming to my 5th birthday.
Yum yum olé, 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 yum yum olé. Blow them out. You watch the coconut go everywhere.
We have to do.
No spitting.
Oh no! He can't blow them out. What happened?
Uh-oh, no good.
Oh no! They didn't blow out. Hey, Ellie, it's not your birthday. Hey! Oh, really?
Mum, I have a very good idea.
We do two and also blow it.
Now, if I would be sensible, I'd get some plastic plates now. Yeah. Get all over the place.
Yeah.
Hey, Mum.
Hello, Shmuley.
Run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm nothing to
Hi, is this a noisy business? Oh yeah, noisy business. Thank you,
First piece is food.
Wait, everyone, get the plates.
Don't be silly. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. Thanks, Ellie. Come sit.
better if I have a kid here. You make a plan. Hey, how about taking a Lamington or two? No.
Oh, look at everybody in the pool. Everyone look at the camera and go, hi.
1, 2, 3. Hi, everybody. Again? Want to come with Papa Bobby?
You're the one of us.
You want to come with Papa Bobby?
No, Shmuley, come with me.
Would you like to hold here and I'll hold you? Ellie, try and go by yourself. You hold here.
Yeah.
Okay, after I rockets,
I'm going to get the photos and put on your arm.
your turns after I rockets.
Wait for Mummy.
Yeah, Mummy, one more time, Saba.
She's clapping. She's clapping.
No, Ellie, you can go by yourself. I mean, hold on to it. I am amazing. You can go by yourself.
Dad, can you come down? I can't go further than that here. Dad? Further than here.
What?
I can't go further than here.
Saba, do you want to
No,
make
you
a
can
start
turn around and come back.
Hi, Alba.
New turn.
Right, let's see.
She wants to do it. No, she wants two
Let's
toys.
see what happens. Look, Ellie.
Was that good, Ellie?
Don't like it, tell me what to do, okay? You sure? You try.
That was a big one you went off here.
What? There you go. She wants to go.
Last time.
Oh gosh, Yaakov, what are you going to do? Oh my gosh, here comes Uncle Yaakov.
Out.
The little Connie's out. 1, 2, 3.
Wow, look at you. Oh my God.
Somebody take a photo of the millet.
You put this over here.
Yaakov, is this dangerous?
Sparkling wine.
Yaakov, is this dangerous?
So mommy, can you have this after this go back there?
What dangerous?
Oh,
In the air.
what an afternoon.
Daniel's from Yaakov. It's not dangerous.
Should we turn the lights on?
That might be dangerous. You mean those things to throw up?
It's not.
Thank you, Yaakov,
Right, I
for a lovely video.
Do you want some mango?
Bobby, you want some salad?
This is very. Oh yeah, I'll have some salad.
Mom, could I have Coke?
If you finish all of your food, you can have a drop of Coke.
Yes, my lord.
Do some mango?
Yes, my what?
My lord.
That's more like it. Here, what, Ellie? Shape for the go.
Could somebody
Got a
pass?
fleck on your head.
Could somebody pass the Parmesan cheese?
Yeah, seriously.
For the dad's party tomorrow, birthday.
Yes, I am.
I am too. I bet you are.
Me?
Where are we going?
Kids out of
No,
bed.
this is your drink.
7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to get schmoozer. No, you don't have to drink.
Look, 7 o'clock on the beach.
It's only-
7 o'clock.
Beautiful.
It's
only
7
for the
o'clock.
boys, but
No.
Ellie, what?
I don't mind if you come down. It's good.
Only for the
Where do you
boys.
do
That
it?
sounds like a sexist Papa Bobby.
You said that Mitch was coming down.
That's what he just said.
Natalie, is she?
You say, well, I'm going down.
Lee and I are coming.
And who's going to look after them?
Well,
Oh,
Papa.
You!
I know I'm going down.
Can I
Can I give a bit of a debate, Laura?
I want to
Ah,
go to
yes.
exercise tomorrow at 8. We'd be home
Really?
by 8.
I
Excuse
might
me.
be home by 8.
Robertson, come.
Kids on.
Robertson,
I
holds the
might be home
floor.
by 8.
Holding the floor. Ellie, sit down.
I might be home. I might have to come home by. Doesn't matter. I'm there from 7. It's not like I'm
Donna
not
Sarah's
there.
like, maybe I
Be
can ask
there before
her.
7.
Maybe up at
Lee wants to say
Before
something.
6.
5 to 7. 10 to 7. Just
It's a fast day tomorrow.
I'm just trying to.
Oh, tomorrow's a fast day.
Lee,
Oh,
talk,
tomorrow's
go.
a fast day.
Guys, everybody wants to say
So,
something.
I want to say l'chaim to Ellie.
Hello.
L'chaim, l'chaim.
L'chaim! Shmuley Tilly's birthday. Where's Donna Sarah's cup?
Chaim, chaim,
Here.
chaim, chaim. So,
Thank
good,
you.
chaim.
Hey.
L'chaim! Ice cream!
Alright, ice cream.
Ice cream.
It's a high ice cream.
It's so wonderful to
I'm
meet
pizza.
everyone's birthdays. So I want to say something about the day that Ellie was born.
I remember the day.
The day, not
The day
necessarily
in history
about
of the day he was literally born.
I
just the day.
remember the day he was
Sarah
born.
Tevet. We're not going to talk
was
about
here.
birth right now.
Oh.
But I want to talk about the actual day that Ellie was born on the Hebrew calendar, I'm talking, which is Sarah Tevet, the 10th of Tevet.
Yeah.
And Ellie was supposed to come into the world on Hanukkah. He was due on Hanukkah. What's Hanukkah? What do we celebrate on Hanukkah? We celebrate light. We celebrate revealed miracles in the world on Hanukkah. But Ellie's neshama must have decided that he didn't need to come down on Hanukkah because the world was already light from all the Hanukkah. He was going to come down on a day that needed more light, which is Asara B'Tevet. Now, what is Asara B'Tevet? It's a day, it's a fast day, and it's actually,
You know what it is?
it's actually a very sad day because it commemorates when the evil king Nebuchadnezzar, he laid a siege on Yerushalayim. What's a siege? Him and his army blocked off the walls.
They surrounded.
They surrounded the walls and they were about to bash them down which led to the destruction of the Beit HaMikdash. This was the day that it started, and awful things happen. And what's a siege? When the walls go up, nobody can go in, and
pizza.
nobody can go out.
No food can go in.
So,
Even the pizza man couldn't come.
What about the Lamington man?
Oh, that's allowed.
So, yeah.
Is he messing to the door?
Just next to the baby, I just feel bad that I've left her on the floor staying there then. I might come back.
So I wanted to say, all of the fast days that we celebrate from sunrise to sunset, they celebrate something that happened in the past. The fast of Esther, the fast of Gedalia, the 17th of Tammuz.
Listen,
But what is special about Asara B'Tevet? It's, and who knows, how many days since Rosh Hashanah?
You want to stay here a bit longer? You want to come see Oma and Papa? Beautiful. It's not even that hot.
Oh, sorry.
Shmuley, you want to just sit up? I told you to leave him.
Oh yeah, out comes the milk. Out comes the milk. Milk.
Robin's a year old. So you're gonna fuck up your year old stuff. Wow, look at this beautiful girl. What's her name?
From the eastern suburbs. And the most special thing of all is that our family is here. And I'm going to say hello and welcome to Natalie, Tamara, Daniel, Yaakov, Lee, I've got to go through it. Ellie, Hiabroka, Butsy, oh, Butsy's on the toilet, sorry. Tova, Shmuley, and the littlest one, Esther Molka. And not only that, we've got 3 more friends, relatives here today. This is really amazing. We've got Barry and Gula and Sivan from Melbourne. Barry is and we have Elisa from London. Our cousin. Hi. Okay. When we were coming here today, it occurred to me that we didn't have an MC. So I asked Robert who he would want as an MC if he could choose anybody. And out of the blue, he said Billy Crystal. And I thought, oh, it's a bit late to get Billy Crystal now. Then I said, no, be a bit more realistic. So he said David Attenborough. Well, that made sense because Robert watches every wildebeest program on television at least 4 times. But I decided at the very last minute that I'll be the MC. I've never done this before, but I'm sure that with your help, I'll get through it. Okay.
We'll help you.
As you all know, Robert and I live in the same building as Peter and Doris. But the Con-Weiss-Weiss relationship goes back decades. Not years, but decades. And ever since Robert took me to Peter and Doris's home in Wadestown the first time, I might tell you I spent quite a bit of the time in the bathroom vomiting and not being able to tell them what I was doing. And I happened to be pregnant, but I didn't know at the time. I'm proud to say that we have never had any major blues. Peter and I argue a little bit because he thinks he's always right, but I know that I'm always right. And
Peter, she said the same
the other thing is that Peter, we've always been very happy and really appreciative. Because Peter knows our family so well, he has spoken at every simcha since Natalie's bat mitzvah. And today is not going to be any different.
Firstly, even though Sylvia has sort of welcomed you, I'd like to welcome you on behalf of Doris and I, or Doris and me, whatever the correct English is, to Highland Park. We're pleased that we can share our country retreat with all of you, and particularly on this occasion when the Con family and so many of our mutual friends have travelled here from Israel, and from Melbourne, and from New Zealand, and from London. It's great to renew those lifelong bonds of friendship and the memories of so many happy times in the past. And this occasion today, Robbie, Bob, on your 70th birthday is another one of those happy times. Now, when we suggested to Sylvia that she might like to organise her party for Robert at Highland Park, we mistakenly thought that only a handful of people would bother to make the journey. But I can say with some authority that not since Moses directed us through the Red Sea has it required yeshiva-trained traffic attendants to manage the parking conditions. And that leads me to conclude that our friend Robert is riding pretty high in the popularity polls. Now, I would like to explore why Robert is the lovable fellow that he is. Robert, you've got your back to me. And why it is that we all want to celebrate this milestone with him. I know that on Sylvia's part, she's thrilled that he's finally turned 70, because she found 69 absolutely exhausting. Now, for the rest of us, We all have different reasons for wanting to mark the coming of his 70 years and 10. We could all guarantee a slowdown of our ageing process if we had to make it work its way through a bill in Parliament. But as the years have advanced, our Robert has become more and more of a sportsman. He's always trekking, drekking, playing tennis and golf, walking, twisting, bending, stretching, muscles here, muscles there, huffing, puffing, puffing and every other. Now with all that adrenaline you really have to question whether the guy is Jewish. But let me say that being Jewish is an integral part of Robert's life. For example, a few months ago he asked the rabbi if it was okay to use a caffeine suppository on Yom Kippur because of his addiction to coffee. Now the rabbi did rule that it was kosher, so off Robert went to the pharmacy to buy 150 caffeine suppositories. Why do you need so many? Asked the pharmacist, to which Robert replied, because I'm sponsoring the Kiddush. So being Jewish also drives his desire to do charitable work. He does Meals on Wheels. He's an over-enthusiastic collector of household effects for the B'nai B'rith Bargain Bazaar. And he's one of J&F's, mind you Robbie, you put all the stuff in the garage. It's something that I'm not that keen on. But anyway, he's one of J&F's better blue box collectors because he schmoozes with everyone he comes in contact with. But his charitable work doesn't stop there. Just the other day, the Red Cross rang on the doorbell and asked if he could contribute to the floods in Lebanon. And he said he'd love to do that, but his hose wasn't long enough. So, there is more to Robert's life than that. In case you haven't noticed, he has an engaging personality. And now he's hiding behind the pole. Who else would sidle up to an attractive young lady, a complete stranger, walking her dog on the Rose Bay Promenade, and start a conversation about whether she was on heat? Who else would go to the bridge club to practice his sleep? Who else loves walking in the bush because there's no such thing as a 5-star accommodation there? Now whether it's trekking with just one friend or with a group of others, he loves the mud, the scratches, the blisters, and the pleasurable sensation of mosquito bites. And he has really found himself in those bush toilets. And I've got to say he's probably left a lot of himself there as well. And then there's his obsession with tennis. He was down at the Maccabi Club the other day and he decided to walk home. He put a tennis ball into the pocket of his shorts and started the 5-kilometre walk along New South Head Road. While he was at a pedestrian crossing, waiting for the lights to change, a girl standing next to him pointed to the large bulge in his shorts and asked, "What's that?" "Tennis ball," he replied. "Oh my gosh," said the girl, "that must be very painful. I had tennis elbow once." That's really crystal. Those who have observed the Con household for as long as I have would describe it as a household in which indecision is the key to flexibility. So theirs is a modest and unassuming home guided by Jewish values and tinged with a sort of cosmopolitan and eclectic melting pot of novel concepts and ideas. And I've got to say that I'm a qualified observer of some of these concepts. For example, there's the travel concept. Sylvia was once away on her own, as she usually is, and rang home. "Robert," she said, "New York is fantastic. I feel like a new woman." To which Robert said, "I feel like a new woman too. Why don't you stay another week?" And then there's the domestic concept. For example, the other night, Sylvia asked him what was on the TV and he answered, "Dust." Mind you, if the TV happens to be on, Robert will fall asleep in front of it. Last Sunday night, it took him 2 hours to watch 60 Minutes. And that program was on same-sex marriage. And he said he couldn't understand what all the fuss was about because he's been having the same sex for 40 years. And finally, there's what I call the connoisseur concept. That's a tongue tie, connoisseur concept. The producers of the red wine Pinot Noir are about to market a new wine especially for older male drinkers like Robert, and it's going to be called Pinot More. Now, our friend Robert is actually the master of 2 households, one in Sydney and one in Jerusalem. On his last visit to Jerusalem, he arrived at his apartment and cleared the mailbox, which was filled with all sorts of junk mail accumulated over a couple of months. There was one particular item that caught his eye because it said he would be able to have sex at 75. I was pretty happy about it, he said. I live at Unit 18, so it won't take me long to get home afterwards. Now, friends, I do have to say that I've enjoyed poking a bit of fun at Robert, but there is a more serious note. And I want to conclude by saying that celebrations like this are not celebrations unless you can share them with people who you care about. Between all of us here, we represent families and friends and friendships that have endured both the test of time and those that have developed more recently. Together, we are the fibres which the fabric of Robert's 70 years of the fabric which Robert's 70 years of life have been woven. When I look around the gathering here, I see diversity. I see representatives of the pre-war generation, and I reflect on Rob and Barry's parents, who I knew very well. I see Robert's own generation, made up of a variety of groups and subgroups, and they together represent every element of Robert's life. And I see all the younger members of Robert's family represented in one place at one time, and how wonderful that is for him. I think Sylvia said to me the other day, this week in the Con family, there were birthdays marking 7 years, 35 years and 70 years. So, we're here sitting on a hilltop in Yarramalong, celebrating the birthday of a remarkably fit and active septuagenarian, Robbie, septuagenarian. A bloke that in his own unique way can be satisfied that he's lived his life in all of its phases and with all of its trials and tribulations, and in a way that has made him stand tall in the eyes of all his family and his friends. And he has their good wishes and all their love and their respect. So when you analyse it, what else is there to life when you have all the riches in the world right in front of you? So Robert, Robbie, Bob, as you used to be in New Zealand before you became posh in Australia, let us just simply say that on behalf of us all, we wish you well. I hope many more birthdays will come and many more birthdays will go, but just stay as you are forever. Thank you.
And Natalie has just been on a tour to London with her show, and we're all very proud of them that they've made the decision and that they're still happy to be there. Although I'd be happier if they were happier to be here, but that's beside the point. So can I call on Natalie, Sarah, to some of you, Tamara, and Daniel. This is what it's been like all week. Well done.